Hello, everybody. I'm Mike, and this is TalkAlley. Welcome to this 78th episode, listeners and viewers. We have a special guest for you today, but I want to ask you, how do you feel today, and how was your weekend? It's been a bit colder now, so summer's over, but people are saying that it's getting a bit warmer, hopefully, because I'm not over yet with my summer vacation, so to say. So I hope it will still get, but as you can see behind me, it's a bit dark, and the clouds are there. It's about 15 degrees. And just write your comments down in the comment section below. And now we'll get to our guest for today. I hope you're pumped, and I'll introduce. She's a professional photographer of more than 10 years. Claire runs Graceful Crane Creative, with which she empowers small businesses, entrepreneurs to become visible to their businesses with vibrant brand images. She creates portraits full of personality that helps businesses owners show up with confidence and attract ideal clients. She also runs Clare Sheridan Photography, capturing social moments for families and pet owners that they can cherish forever. So a very nice and cherishable moment with your pets together. Claire is also the Reiki master, more to that later, behind Reiki Blossom. She helps people de-stress and relax with the gentle Japanese energy treatment Reiki. She has been practicing for almost 20 years and has been a qualified master for 3 years. So we are talking to a master here. Claire has a degree in journalism, having worked in local newspapers and national magazines for more than 10 years in the UK. She relocated to Germany 3 years ago, where she now offers brand and family photo shoots, as well as remote Reiki sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TalkAlley, Clare Sheridan. Hello, Claire.
Hi there, how are you?
Hi, doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It's lovely to be here. It's nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us here at TalkAlley. Thank you for taking time. And yes, before we begin, we would like to, of course, say thank you for supporting, that we are supported by amazing pure organic barley, which provides us with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For more inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also contact her at jess@esquilio.de for more information.
I am Maritoni Fernandez, and we are in the middle of a barley field here in Swan Hill, Australia.
Well, we think we have the best barley in the world because of our clean irrigation water. Water comes from the Murray River, which is a freshwater river. All our drinking water comes from the Murray River too. So it's full of nutrients, and also the climate is perfect for growing winter cereals. Clean, green, certified organic.
Yeah, we're certified with NASA, which is one of the Australian certifications for organic. IAM Worldwide gets its barley grass powders from Herbal, which sources them from us at Nutrigreen, so you're guaranteed the best barley grass powders in the world.
I am truly proud to say that we are now the sole distributor in the Philippines for Nutrigreen barley.
Yes, amazing pure organic barley provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also email her at jess@esquilio.de for more information. So, Claire, to you. What was the one thing you wish you knew when you started taking photos or started going into this direction of photography?
I think knowing how to run a business was quite important, because taking good photographs doesn't necessarily mean you can run a business at the same time. It can be quite tricky. But I've done quite a few courses now on various things such as social media, blogging, marketing, that kind of thing. So it's good, and it's really important to utilize those images. And I think also when you're running your own business, it's important to show your face. That's the one thing that I didn't realize when I started all this, show your own face. And
Yes.
not everybody is comfortable doing that, obviously. It can be quite daunting. I know that I never used to like being in front of the camera at all, far more comfortable behind the camera. But showing your face is so important, especially when you're running your own business, because it's something to celebrate. Starting your own business is just huge. It's a really big step. And having the confidence to kind of show up and show yourself is really important, because people buy from people at the end of the day. And if the more you show up and show your face, kind of the more you build the know, like, and trust factor for your clients. So yeah, it's really important to do that, which is why in my photography, I've kind of gone down the personal branding route as well as the pets and families, because I want to help small business owners empower. I want to empower them and help them step up and show their faces in a fun way, because it can be quite daunting and off-putting when you know you have to put yourself out there. Not everyone's comfortable doing that, and I realise that, and I want to help small business owners try and conquer that fear a little bit and show up with confidence, because that's what it's all about. Your business is so important. Like, starting your own business is such a special thing, and it's a huge step. And I want to help people show up for that and shout about it. Shout about your business, show how wonderful it is, sell your idea, because people will want it. There are people out there who want to buy from you. And I kind of make sessions fun for people. So, and that kind of stems from the children and family photography. I think when I first started taking photographs, it was more kind of architectural shots, cityscapes, things like that, not so much people. But when I started kind of moving towards people, you realize how daunting that can be for people. So I try and put them at ease, and I make it fun. I know they say don't ever work with children and animals, and I do both.
Okay.
But it's bringing an extra element to it. It's making it fun for people, and it's helping them get over that fear and get over the self-confidence issues they might have, because it's knowing how to pose people. It's knowing how to make something interesting and playful and taking the pressure out of it. I think that's really important, because I know myself, being in front of the camera could be really, it can be.
How do you help them to like overcome this fear? Let's say, how do you prepare with them?
So I chat to them a little bit. I get to know them a little bit to start with, and then I kind of desensitize them a bit to the camera. So I'll chat to them first, and then I'll gradually introduce the camera as we go. And I'll kind of just help them to pose, but in a way that's not staged or awkward, because there's nothing worse than feeling uncomfortable in kind of an awkward staged pose, is there? So what I try to do is make it relaxing, see how they would pose kind of naturally. I don't make it difficult. You don't have to do any strange yoga poses or anything like that. I keep it very natural, and I just have fun. I ask them about themselves. I kind of interview them in a way, ask them a bit about their lives, their interests, their passions, find out about them, their families and their animals if it's a pet shoot, or their business if it's a brand shoot, and find out all about them, get to know them, and just put them at ease and make it a bit of fun. I'll ask them silly things like play little games with them as well. And with children, that's really important. When you're on a family shoot, playing games with children and making it fun is so important, and keeping their attention span and making it interesting for them, because children have very short attention spans. So,
that's true.
Playing with them and making it fun. Plus, you get really nice expressions and laughs and things when you make it fun, and get the parents involved. They can play games as well and make it fun with them. So, because it's so important to kind of capture special moments, and that's why I kind of make it fun. I make the photo shoot into a special moment, a special memory, and I just make it nice for them. And it's an exciting experience for them, and something that they'll look back on with fond memories and remember. And hopefully also for business owners, they'll then realize that they can show up for their businesses, and they'll go on and not be so scared of showing up and showing their face. But yeah, photography is one of those things where the more you do it, the easier it gets. So
what gear do you use for photography?
So I use Canon equipment for my photography at the moment. I've got a 5D Mark IV and a few prime lenses, which I use, which are my favorites.
I want to come back to this one. Which lens is your favorite?
Well, it depends what I'm photographing. So for brand shoots, for example, I've got a 35mm fixed lens, prime lens. I've got a 50mm as well, which are quite nice. They're nice for getting quite a lot of the shot in as well as the person, and they're also good for kind of posing people who posing different body shapes. It's really great for that, and it's flattering, which I think is really important because everybody's different and I want to celebrate that. So it's about knowing the right poses to put people into to bring out the best in them, really. And for dogs it's very different. For pets and families, for example, I have a 24-70 millimeter lens, and also a 70-200, which is my favorite actually. That's a really nice, very fast lens, and it's good for action shots when dogs are running and children are playing as well and running, but they give really nice effects. So it's very heavy though. That was something I wish someone had told me when I first started actually taking photographs. And says, oh, how heavy the equipment is. It's like, oh, it's fine. No, when I first got the 70-200 lens, I couldn't even lift it.
Okay. To the next question. Why should someone book a professional photographer?
Well, there are various reasons depending on who it is booking and why they want to book. So for families, for example, and pet owners, it's really important. If you have children, it's really important to kind of capture them as they grow up, capture those memories, and they grow up so quickly. So it's really good to get photo shoots once a year, once every few years, just to capture their progress, because they don't stay the same height for very long.
That's true, yes.
And document their childhood. It's just really nice to have those memories.
They grow up so fast.
They really do. And to have images on your wall as well. Don't just hide them away in albums. This is what I say to people. Albums are great. Definitely have albums, but don't just leave digital files languishing on a hard drive or languishing on a USB stick. Print them out. I really honestly, I say to everybody, please print them. Have them on your walls. Have them in albums, so you can look at them, because you'll never look at them again if they're just sat on a hard drive.
That's true.
It's so easy because it's digital imagery, so easy to take now, and you take so many of them and you just put them to one side and you forget about them. But printing is so important to have those physical memories and see them, and it's such a nice thing to grab an album and look back through it with your children as they get older. And it's the same thing for dogs, really, because dogs are not around forever, unfortunately. They're only with us for a very short space of time, so it's important to capture those memories with them and capture your little furry friend, because they're family, aren't they? You know, it's important.
They are part of family, yes.
They are. It's important to have those memories.
Yes, for the listeners and viewers, I would like to share with you also. You can also see on the ticker below that is running the platforms that Clare is running, also her Facebook and Instagram contacts. I would like to share with the listeners and viewers also your page. Yes, I can see here you are Frankfurt based, also Bad Homburg. It's close to Frankfurt. So for everyone who is interested, and I recommend it. It's Clare makes really nice and beautiful pictures. They are alive, they are vibrant with colors. So I wanted to show some of the pictures, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
So just going to scroll up a bit here. You can see here, beautiful dog. I can see the viewers are, just go to gallery then. And the gallery we have already here, very beautiful picture. Yeah, this is very cute picture. So I would love, if I had a chance, I think when I did, when my son was born, could only have like a few pictures of him, and this is really a very cute picture of the baby.
Oh, yeah. The outfit is lovely. This is another important thing, props. Yes, bring props with you, because it really makes a difference.
So the dogs here, it's really nice pictures. This is really nice for Christmas. This is really good. Yes.
Christmas shoots. It's got to be done.
And this venue is this also Frankfurt? Oh, it looks like
No, that was in London.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when I lived in London.
Oh, yeah, very cute. So for listening viewers, this is really good shots taken professionally. Oh, this is a nice picture. I also saw the images of the father and the son. That was also really nice.
Yep. I'm not sure if that's in my gallery. I'm not sure.
Friends.
I think that's probably the last one. Oh, no, there you go.
There's another one. Yes, you captured really nice. So for everyone who wants to visit and book sessions, shoots, as you call them, with Clare, you can visit her page or contact her directly. Her page is found under clarejsheridan.com. And can you tell us again a bit more about the importance of showing your face? Because you're not only doing family photographs, you also do branding with businesses. Yes. What's the importance of showing your face in businesses with regards to your brand photography?
Well, it's so important because people do buy from people. At the end of the day, it's unless you're a huge brand like Gucci or Versace or somebody like that, you don't need to show your face because you're massive. But small businesses, and particularly small business entrepreneurs, small business owners, it's so important to show your face because it builds the know, like and trust factor with your clients. It shows them who you are, then they can relate to you. And the more you kind of show yourself and show a bit about yourself, be a little bit vulnerable. You don't have to tell people everything, obviously, but if people can relate to you, the more people can relate to you, the more likely they are to buy from you, basically. And if you do show your face, you don't have to do it in a staged or awkward way. Like I said, I make photo shoots fun. I find out a bit about you. I make sessions really exciting and give people something to remember. And then they'll maybe think in the future, oh, it's not so bad showing up. I can do this. And because I know how to pose people in flattering ways, respective of all different body shapes, and I know decent lighting as well, that makes a huge difference. Then I can give them the confidence to show up because they see that result in their images. And I'm very careful not to over edit photos as well. I keep them very natural, and I will get rid of slight blemishes, anything like that, but I very much keep it natural to show people the beauty of who they are, really, because everybody's beautiful in their own way. So I find it important to keep it very natural. I try and use natural light wherever possible, and I just keep it looking authentic. They're authentic images, and the more authentic you can be, you can show your ideal client, then the more likely they are to relate to you, the more likely they are to buy from you. And it's just, because the images look good, it gives owners, business owners, entrepreneurs the confidence to use them to show up. And it's just really important in this day and age, because just showing your products is not enough, unfortunately. You've gone are the days when you just put an ad in the local paper and hope for the best, you know.
It's true, yes. Yeah.
If only it were that simple.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's so important. And I like to show people their natural beauty. So irrespective of your height, your size, irrespective of all that, I show you how beautiful you are, and you are excited to share these images and hopefully and show up for your business in this way. Okay. And I always try and, because a lot of small business owners, when they're just starting out, especially, I know I speak from experience, they don't know much about marketing. They don't know much about selling themselves. So for those people, when they book a 3-hour or 6-hour session with me, I also offer an aftercare Zoom call with them, which is just a half-an-hour session where I give them tips on how best to showcase their brilliant new images. And they can see then exactly how to use them. It gives them a few ideas for social media posts as well, which is great because social media is such a minefield, isn't it? It's coming up with all those ideas for content. It can be quite challenging, especially if you're new to it, you don't really know how to approach that.
That's true, yes.
So I always give them plenty of tips, and especially if they're just setting up a website, because a lot of people want brand images for their website. So
Yes.
I'll give them tips on how best to upload them so that their site still runs quickly, because that's good for SEO. I'll give them plenty of SEO tips. I'll give them plenty of business tips as well, just how to navigate the social media and website.
Full package that you give to your clients.
Yeah, because it's so important. A lot of people don't know, because if you've never trained, how would you know? And SEO, sort of search engine optimization, is super important for your website. And there are some simple things you can do to just boost it, really simple things. And on my Instagram account, I often post little carousels with business tips. So simple things like 5 tips to overcome imposter syndrome, or how to boost the SEO on your website. Just simple things like that people can do really easily. And it's a win for them, because every business win is something that should be celebrated. Every business win. And that is another thing that I kind of advise people to do, any win you have that week, you get a new client, you close a new deal, or you've been featured somewhere, that is a win, and all of that should be celebrated, definitely.
Okay. Can you point out or advertise right now one of the packages for the brand photography? What's included in the list down?
Yeah. So I've got 3 main packages. I've got a kind of 1-hour session, a 3-hour session, and a 6-hour session. I'm about to launch my new website for it, so it's going to look a little bit different. But the prices might go up a little bit as well. But,
yes.
Yeah. So my 1-hour session is basically for headshots. Simple things, headshots. You get a 15-minute consultation at the start. This is what I do with all my packages. You have a consultation via Zoom before the shoot. We run through preparation tips on how to prepare for a brand photo shoot, tips on what to wear, tips on props that we can bring in and use, so things that you might use every day in your business, and also little tips on kind of makeup, shoes, clothing, how to kind of mentally prepare for it. And we also choose locations. So location, for example, might be your home office. You might work from home, and that can certainly work as a location. Depends sometimes on the lighting. Sometimes you might have to tweak a few things, but usually it works okay. There was also the option where you can go to perhaps a community working space, like a social working space. That could also be an option for a location, or it could be an outdoor location. So I do mini sessions in spring and autumn, and they are at a few different outdoor locations, and that gives you a great opportunity to get some nice kind of either businessy backgrounds with offices nearby, or sometimes floral or parkland backgrounds, nice natural backgrounds, or sometimes it kind of skyscrapers, Frankfurt skyscrapers, things like that. So it depends what type of business you're in. So I will always tailor the session to the business that person has. So it's very much tailored to them. So they have a unique set of images that is perfect for them and for selling their business.
Very, very flexible, very agile. Do you also do only brands, like products only, together with the CEO or the person who you're talking? For example, if the person is showcasing his new collection of watches, or do you do that as well?
Yes. I'll also offer product photography. So that is usually the 6-hour session, because that can take a little bit longer to set up, depending on how many products the person has that they would like to be photographed. So yeah, I very much do. It can just be purely products if they want. It doesn't have to be the person. But I always say, while I'm here, I may as well get some nice shots of you as well, just to go with them in the time. It's always worth doing, because a great thing about brand photography is, and it's always worth refreshing the images regularly. So that might be once a year, that might be every season. It depends what you're selling and what you want to show, because you'll be wearing different clothes in different seasons. So that's why I have the mini sessions, which are quite helpful. And you can obviously wear different clothing depending on the season, and you could plan ahead as well. So the autumn mini sessions, for example, you could also use them for Christmas. So you might bring some kind of winter clothing, not just autumnal clothing, if you want to plan ahead a little bit. And the same with the spring ones, you could bring summer clothing as well and mix it up a little bit. Because I always give an option of wearing several outfit changes and a couple of locations usually in each session, and each session will have, like I say, the consultation, and then you'll have either the 1 hour, the 3 hour, or the 6 hour shoot, and then we'll cover that, and then you get professional editing on all the images included, and then the aftercare session with my 3 and 6 hour sessions, which helps give you a bit of a boost when marketing is concerned.
Oh, that's really nice. It's a really good full package for someone who wants to avail for it. You are being, let's say, pampered by you. You're taking care of everything. This is really nice. So everyone, listeners and viewers who are interested, or tell your friends, or tell a friend who just started up a company or wants to advertise his new product, whatever it is, get in contact with Clare, who can help you with these things, to advertise and spread the word of your product and services out into the world. So thank you. This is just the part for photography. I want to go with the listeners and viewers now to your, let's say, master skills now. So how long have you been working with Reiki, and how did you find your way to doing Reiki?
Reiki kind of found me in a strange way. So I was working as a features editor on a local newspaper outside Manchester back in 2004, and I was contacted by a local department store, and they contacted me and said, "We have a new treatment in our spa. Would you like to come and review it?" And I said, "Yeah, okay, sure." So I went in there with very little or no prior knowledge whatsoever to this. I'd read a tiny bit about it beforehand, and the skeptic in me was like, yeah, right, whatever, as most people think. And I went in with an open mind. I just went in and thought, if anything else, I'll be relaxed by the end of it, which will be really nice. And I literally came out on cloud 9 for 3 days. And I was just, wow, there's something in this. And it was a former police officer who gave me the treatment, actually, which was really interesting. I don't know if she's still there, probably not. It's a while ago. And my journalism eventually took me in a different direction from newspapers. I eventually edited a national holistic magazine. And I met various people through that who made me realize that you can learn Reiki yourself. Everybody can learn Reiki as long as you are attuned by a master such as myself. Anyone can do it. Children can do it. Anybody can do it. This is the wonder of Reiki, really. And so I trained myself in one type of Reiki. There are a few different types out there, but whichever you train in, it's fine, because it's still Reiki, so it's still doing good. And then I trained myself, and then I did it on friends and family for a few years, and then I kind of let it go a bit, and then kind of it disappeared for a while, and then I rediscovered it again and decided to do my master's in it a few years ago. And I'm so glad I did, because it's amazing. I totally swear by it. So what Reiki is it's basically it's a gentle, very gentle Japanese healing energy, and it's just fantastic for balancing your body, balancing your chakras, which are energy centers in our body. We all have chakras, kind of the 7 main ones running down our body. It's great for balancing those. It's great for soothing pain. It's great for helping ease stress. It's great for relaxation. It's very gentle. It never does any harm. Anyone can do it, like I said, and it works on many different levels, kind of in your aura, but also throughout your body. And it's just a really nice, gentle way of keeping yourself in balance, because these days it's so easy to get stressed with so much that's going on. That can be with work. Can you do it because you're constantly bombarded with information, aren't you? Be that social media, websites, TV. There's so many TV channels now. You're constantly
social, political stresses that we're going through at the moment here in Europe.
Everything that's going on in the world, it can be very, very stressful, and it's so important to take time for yourself and just try to give yourself back a little bit of calm. And Reiki is very much like that. And I always try and say to people, try and use it as a regular treatment, so a regular treat, as it were, such as a lot of people get regular facials monthly, regular massages, or we might have things like acupuncture. Reiki is a great way to complement any of those therapies, and even if you don't have any of those therapies, it's still a great way to just relax and have some time for you, basically. And it's just so important to take that these days, because we just don't get enough of it, do we?
Yes. What is the, when you already mentioned it, what is the importance of self-care?
It's very important to just have a bit of you time and relax and just switch everything off. Because when you disconnect from everything and just take time for you and reconnect with yourself, really, that's what it's all about. It's about reconnecting with yourself and rediscovering yourself, really, because I think a lot of us kind of forget our passions, don't we? The older we get, because we get so busy with work, we get so busy with families, we get so busy with everything that's going on, we kind of forget ourselves, and we kind of forget what we love and what we were passionate about. And if you take time to reconnect to yourself and just relax and listen to yourself, Reiki gives you that great opportunity to listen to your body, listen to yourself while you're relaxing. And I think it's just really important these days to do that and have it as a regular routine. I do it, I know I give myself Reiki kind of about 5 days a week normally, just for half an hour. You know, just a little bit of a boost. And that's what it is, really. It's a little bit of modern day magic. That's what I like to call it. It's a bit of a boost, and it just helps you stay centered, stay grounded, stay calm. And as you build the sessions up over time, kind of once a month, whatever you choose, you kind of realize how you're keeping that level of calm after the sessions, throughout your kind of working week, your days. You handle stressful situations much better. You keep an inner sense of calm when everything around you is kind of going to pot, so to speak. You can maintain that level of calm with regular treatments. It really helps. I know it's definitely helped me, especially during the pandemic when we were in lockdown and whatnot. It helped no end. And another great thing about it is that you don't have to be in the same person to do it. To receive it, you can send it remotely, which is what I do at the moment. I send it remotely because it's safer during a pandemic to do that. Plus, I'm trying to find premises. I haven't found the perfect one yet. But the great thing is that I can be here in my home, and whoever I'm sending it to can be anywhere in the world. So, for example, I've got clients in America, I've got clients in the UK, I've got clients in Germany, I've got clients in France. It's fantastic. It's just brilliant, and I truly love it. As much as I love photography, I love taking pictures.
How does it exactly work? Is it a form of meditation, or what exactly do when I go ahead and say, Claire, I want to book a session with you? How is this going to take place?
So my remote sessions take place via Zoom. If they were in person, I would have a treatment room where I would have a bed and the person would lay on it. In remote sessions, I always invite people to find a quiet space that they can either lie down or sit down. It doesn't matter whichever is more comfortable for them. And I recommend ways to make themselves comfortable if they're lying down, but they might want to put pillows under their back or their knees. Just be very comfortable. And on a couple of sessions I do a guided meditation at the start, just to get the person into a relaxed state. And then it's basically gentle energy healing. So it's not my energy. It's called Universal Life Force Energy, and that's what Reiki stands for. So Rei is universal and Ki means life force energy. And basically I channel it. So it comes out of my hands, but I can send it anywhere in the world. I can send it to anybody in the world. They don't have to be in the same room as me, like I said. And it works just as effectively remotely as it does in person. And like I say, anyone can do it. I will offer training at some point at a later date, and I will be attuning people so they will be able to do it themselves. There are 3 levels of attunement that you have to do in Reiki if you want to become a master anyway. There's the Reiki 1 level where you are able then to practice on family and friends, but you can't charge for the service yet. If you want to charge for the service and take it further, you have to do Reiki 2. And Reiki 3 is the master level, basically, where you've been practicing for a few years and you can attune other people then.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
how often do you teach? Yeah.
I haven't started yet, but I once I can do in-person sessions and I have a room to do that in, I will be able to offer teachings to people where I'll be doing Reiki 1 and Reiki 2. But at the moment, it's just remote sessions. So I have 3 different sessions that I offer at the moment. There's a 30-minute session, which is just purely Reiki. There is a 45-minute session that includes a short guided meditation at the start, and I will also assess the energy level and chakra levels of the person as well in a 45-minute session, and that's 40 minutes of Reiki roughly. And then there's a 60-minute session which includes a guided meditation at the start, includes the energy and chakra assessments, but also there's an affirmation card reading at the end, which is really nice, and that's a bit longer, 50 minutes Reiki roughly. So there's something for everybody really. There's something for all budgets, a bit like my personal brand photography. There's something for everybody really.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really also into the Japanese culture, and I have read a lot of chakra, and I've read also of the nature energy that you can channel it. That's coming from the surrounding, so to say, and you can channel it through you, and and it heals you and makes you stronger.
It really does.
Yeah.
I have to say that when I first started, because I was in a journalism job and it's very stressful, I used to have a permanent knot in my stomach all the time because you're constantly on deadlines. It's a very stressful job. But ever since I've been receiving Reiki myself as well as practicing Reiki, that's just gone. It's permanently gone. It's never come back. So I thoroughly recommend it to people.
I'm happy for you that it healed you. What qualifications, for example, for me, what qualifications as someone has to be required to take Reiki training?
There's no qualifications at all. Anybody can do it. Yeah, you don't need any. To do Reiki 2 and above, you need Reiki 1, and to do the masters, you need Reiki 1 and 2. But to start, you don't need any training. Anybody can do it. And like I said, children can do it. It's great. It's for everybody. And it doesn't matter what religion you are either. It's not religious in any way, and also it works alongside medication. If you're taking existing medication, it can work alongside that, and it can even boost existing medication. I always say to people, clients in particular, if you're taking existing medication, don't stop taking it, because you're on that for a reason. And Reiki will help you, but it's not a quick fix. So, I always say, keep taking medication, don't stop taking it. But yeah, it works alongside, it can boost it, and it never does any harm. That's the beautiful thing about Reiki. It never does any harm whatsoever.
Okay, so for all the listeners and viewers, you can also visit Clare's website of reiki-blossom.com to also book your sessions. Is it possible to also, can I take notes or tape record the classes? Is that something that is possible to do?
When I'm offering remote sessions, there isn't really anything to tape. So I will just do a guided meditation for them, and then they will go and relax, and then I'll go and do my thing, and then I'll come back and we'll just have a discussion at the end. And I often send out synopses of the sessions to people afterwards, but there's not really anything to record, if that makes sense. It's just very much relaxation, and it's really nice to just have that time for you and to just chill and to just not think of anything. And some people do feel something during sessions, even remotely. Some of my clients do feel things. They can feel things such as heat, cold. They can feel tingling sensations. Sometimes they have quite lucid dreams, and it can also help with sleep as well. If people have been experiencing kind of disrupted sleep for whatever reason, it's quite good with calming people for that too. And I also offer it to pets as well, and it works on pets.
Yes, it's true. I see it here at the navigation site, the Reiki for pets.
Animals love the Reiki energy. They really do. One of two things happens. Either they get super chilled and relaxed and fall asleep, or they get a little bit hyper and energized. Usually it's the fall asleep, but every now and again.
Okay. What are the specific things that I will be able to do after taking the training or after your session ends?
So Reiki, once you've had a Reiki session, it normally takes 3 days for the energy to kind of go through your system fully. And I always recommend people drink plenty of water after the session. I would do that anyway, but just to clear any blockages, you know. And it can also, some people find it quite emotional. It can be quite emotional because there's a release. When Reiki balances the chakra energy centers, sometimes it can release blockages, and sometimes that can be quite emotional for people. So sometimes some things might come up for them, not all the time. Some people don't feel anything. There's no right and there's no wrong. So it affects everybody differently, but there's no negativity, and it never does any harm in any way. It helps you get rid of things. It helps release things and get rid of things, which is fantastic. I'm hoping to find a way to combine both Reiki and photography, and I'm working on something at the moment, but it's a little bit of a way off yet, but I'm hoping to combine the two.
Oh, I wish you all the best for your endeavors on this side.
Yeah.
There are already a lot of people who are supporting Reiki, and you're, of course, a Reiki practitioner and master. Is there an openly support for people like Reiki who do Reiki? Is there an open support group on the social media they can connect with each other, or is there something? Yeah.
My Reiki master back in the UK, well, she's in Japan now actually, we have regular online meetups where we share Reiki between each other with treatments, and I hope to do that one day with any students who come to me. We hope to have our own Reiki share sessions, and we'll share it amongst ourselves and offer support to each other as well. I am a member of the Pro Reiki organization, which is very much an organization to promote Reiki in Germany specifically, and they have a lot of support, and they offer kind of insurance and things like that, and they have regular meetings and regular seminars to do with Reiki, and also to do with businesses to do with Reiki. So there is quite a bit out there. I think it depends who you train with and who you know, really. But I'm hoping when I do eventually offer teaching, that I will be offering support to my students, and in that way, which I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to do that. Actually, I'm really looking forward to actually seeing people in person again. That would be nice.
Yes, that's true. Thank you for all these informations. Before we end our talk, I would like to ask you a few questions. They are questions that don't belong into your job, or they're just some fun questions. So we'll start with the first one. If you were a flavor, what would you be and why?
Ooh, I think I would be yuzu flavor, which is a Japanese citrus fruit, which has a taste which is kind of like lemon, grapefruit, and lime all in one, but it's really nice and really refreshing.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that, it would be matcha, a creamy matcha, because I really love matcha in all forms. So.
Okay. Second question: if you have a superpower, what would it be?
Ooh. Well, my current superpower is hearing silly ditties and songs on the radio and just playing them in my head all day afterwards. And then, unless another one comes along, it will get replaced. But if I had a superpower, I think it would be. Oh, that's a good one. To fly. I'd like to fly. That would be cool.
That's a good one. If you were given a chance to speak to anyone, living or dead, whom would it be?
I would love to meet the Dalai Lama. I think he's amazing. He's such an inspirational human being, and I would love to photograph him as well, actually. He was just amazing. And the other person I would love to have met would have been Audrey Hepburn, because I'm a huge Audrey Hepburn fan, and she was another very inspirational human being. She was an amazing lady, so I would have loved to have met her too.
Okay. Last question. If you were to describe your life in a song right now, what song would it be, and you have to sing it? Oh gosh, no idea. I honestly don't know. Hang on. I guess I've never done anything I expected to do, really. I suppose All Shook Up by Elvis Presley. shook up. Okay, can you sing a line?
Oh God, this is not going to do your audience to me whatsoever. Oh no.
With a
So
humble rhythm.
you can shake an apple off an apple tree. Shake a sugar, but you'll never shake me. Oh, oh. Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be it.
perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, yes. Claire, it was really nice talking to you. Thank you for being us here at TalkAlley. Listeners and viewers hopefully are inspired to avail of your services and your tips. Maria, who's not here today, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Where would you see, for one of the last questions, that were very interested in this one, where would you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I would love to have my own little center where I could offer kind of Reiki trainings and treatments, and maybe have a photography studio set up next to that. Just kind of an all-in-one stop shop, really. That would be awesome. It's finding the right place and the right location to do, but that would be amazing.
Oh, I wish that very much for you. Please take this opportunity to greet family and friends.
Oh, hi.
Okay. So then, yes, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you for chatting to me. It's been lovely to talk to you. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, bye, Claire. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, that was Claire. It was really, really interesting show today for for us, also the Reiki master, and then a professional photographer that Claire is. I hope for listeners and viewers, I will post also the social media and contacts of Claire in our comment section below. For all the others, you can see it here right under the video's stream for Claire, all the contacts and platforms. For listeners and viewers, I wish you a very good Sunday and a good start on to this next week. And this is Mike, and this is TalkAlley. Bye.